Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Marlon Hurd, the Valuenaire here at the Valuenaire Vault, our weekly podcast. Also recording on YouTube as well too. So welcome everybody on YouTube that subscribe to this channel. If you listen to this live, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is going to be inside of the description area of this episode. Also, we have a website where there is each episode is also going to be a blog post. It's going to be a video kind of introducing the process. The podcast will be on that site along with a little blog post blurb in there as well too. It's going to be a lot of great value on each one. So every episode will also be a blog post for those who like to read. It's not going to be a lot of information. It's not going to be like, we're not going to type out or transcribe everything because we know when we talk, we use ums and ers and things of that nature, but it will be all on there. It's going to be a lot of value inside the page. Our new website, we're going to have courses on there, coaching, business opportunities, and our training program called the Valuenaire Vault Academy. And it's going to be probably by far one of the best comprehensive programs. It's going to show you how to, get out of debt. There's going to be taxes, credit. If you ever want to, start your own business, you have your own product, you want to get it out there, you want to leave work, like how do I go full time in my network marketing business? How do I go full time in my business? How do I retire early? All of that is going to be in there. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So at the time we're doing this podcast today, it will all be in there. All right. So we're putting it together, but it's going to be very comprehensive. Welcome to the Valuenaire Vaults. We talk about building lives, communities, bank accounts, businesses, and just a lot of years of experience, success, and just every time we learn something, we're going to make sure that we put it out there for you. Someone's going to help you in your life, so that's what we're here for, the Valuenaire Vault. So today we're going to be talking about the power of network marketing. All right, the power of network marketing. And you can call it multi-level marketing. A lot of people call it pyramid schemes. But network marketing is a very, very, very viable business. And I got involved in network marketing in 2002 in Columbus, Ohio. And a good friend of mine introduced the industry to me. I watched my mother, build her business from the house. She started in nails and hair and, doing things like that. And I watched her do it from the house. But the number one thing I liked was the freedom that she had. Where we came home, when we left and came home from school, she was there. She went to all of my track meets in middle school or junior high back then. She just never. We needed something at school. She's able to go there. So I was like, man, I like that. So just in the back of my mind, I was always there. And then someone introduced me to the word of network marketing. I had never heard of it, but somebody said, hey, I got an opportunity for you to make some more money. We have this event coming to Cleveland. I drove the 2 hours from Columbus to Cleveland. And right as I showed up, the event started. I had just had knee surgery. So I had knee surgery and I had a 5-speed. I had a 5-speed Cavalier. And you know how hard it is to push a clutch in on a sore left knee. But I went anyway, and I'm glad I did. I almost didn't go because I got off work late that day. It was 5:30 when I got off work. I was still at court. I was a caseworker at the time, and I was still at court. And I said, I remember looking. I could see it in my mind. I remember looking at the clock, like, man, I'm not gonna make it. But I went anyway, and I'm glad I did. And I was like, this is amazing. I was like, let me get involved in this. I just want to get involved just to see it work. And 24 months later, I was making 2.5 times more in my part-time business than I was in my full-time job, and I was able to go full-time. And it was incredible. The things I learned, the people I met, the people I was able to help, the books I was getting access to, a lot of those books I still have today in my library, and it was life-changing, absolutely life-changing. But the sad part was that I saw a lot of people get in and quit, and because they didn't think that. They had this idea in their mind, like, man, I've been doing this 3 months, I'm not a millionaire. I've been doing this 3 months, I'm not making $5,000 a month or $500 a month. And what they didn't realize is that they had to grow, and as they grew, their income grew. But that's the only sad part about network marketing is when people quit or when people don't do other people right. That's where the scheme part comes into play. Oh, you're doing that pyramid scheme. Well, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, a pyramid there's nothing bad about a pyramid. It's actually the strongest structure in the world. Everything's set up in a pyramid. Even where you work is a pyramid. You got the CEO at the top, and you got the executives, and you got the next level executives, and you got the supervisors, the managers, the employees. As you go down, it gets bigger towards the bottom. The only thing in the corporate world, and I'm not knocking anyone's job, is that the people at the bottom never have a chance to be at the top. They would never, ever, 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 ever be the CEO or the individual at the top. Never. Now, rarely will it happen, but most times, never. And what network marketing allows you to do is to be the CEO of your very own pyramid income earning structure. There's nothing wrong with the structure. Okay, even families. If you start where your family went, you know, great grandma and grandpa had kids, and then they had, they had kids, and they had kids. As you go down the family tree, it widens at the bottom. So there's nothing wrong with the pyramid structure. It's just there are people on the inside that are scheming. That, when they prey on people's fears and prey on people's hopes. I won't say fears, but prey on people's hopes of making a lot of money. So they just sign them up real quick for a paycheck and then move on. Okay. So there are people there, it's not a lot, but there are some people who are scheming. And that's what people get, oh, pyramid scheme. Listen, it's not a scheme. Network marketing has been around for decades. Absolutely decades, since like the 40s or something like that. And so it's a very viable business. And when you join a network marketing business, it gives you all of the benefits of the business world. If you live here in the United States, North America, it gives you those tax breaks. If you live all over the world, it gives you that leverage stuff. All right. So network marketing is very powerful. It creates more millionaires in any industry out there. I'm talking about put together. Network marketing does billions of dollars of sales in products and services, and the industry pays out on average 40% back to the distributors. So instead of a company paying for advertising space, they pay the distributors to advertise the products and services. That's why it's so powerful. Just imagine Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whomever wants to get what is it called? An advertising space during a Super Bowl. Right? It's going to cost them like $7 million for 30 seconds of time for everybody over the world to see their product. Now, do people know what Coke is and Coca-Cola and Pepsi and whomever? Of course, but the goal is to keep it in individuals' faces. Now, just imagine Coca-Cola or Pepsi paid that $7 million to people. How much more product they will sell because now they're paying people, and individuals say, hey, I'm selling Coke, and then they have 10 of their friends that buy Coke from them. Then they go out and build a team of people that all they do is sell Coke. All right, Coca-Cola will be 10 times bigger than they are right now because now people are buying the product from somebody that they know. Okay, and there'll be a team of people who are marketing Coke, or Pepsi, whatever that product is. So that's all companies do is take that money that would normally go in advertising and pay it to distributors. All right, that's the power of network marketing, and a lot more companies are getting into that space, either through network marketing or through affiliate marketing. Okay, and most times in affiliate marketing, you can't build a team of individuals. Like you can't go multi-levels. That's another term for network marketing, multi-level marketing. Affiliate means it's just you. You represent that product. Somebody buys it from you. You get paid on it, whether one time or monthly. That's affiliate. You're now affiliated of that program. But a lot of companies are starting to understand the power of that because it's through the relationships of people. Okay, so that's one of the powerful parts of network marketing, and why so many companies are getting involved in, and why so many people join it. All right, it's incredible. So what I'm gonna do is give you two things that are powerful about network marketing that are not happening in a lot of people's lives, but they're still participating in it. All right, what I mean by not happening in their lives, I'm talking about them being able to earn income from it, but they are participating in it. Okay, so the first thing is something called O.P.E. All right, O is an Oscar, P is in Paul, E is an elephant. O.P.E. It stands for other people's efforts. All right, now there's a gentleman out there by the name of John Paul Getty, and I'm paraphrasing, but he says something like this: I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% of my own. And what he means is that I'd rather leverage the efforts out over a group of people than all on my own shoulders. So for most individuals, right now, when you go to earn income, you're the only one involved in your income, whether you are working a job or you're self-employed. Okay, and we'll go over this one day, something called the cash flow quadrants. But employed, self-employed, and if you're employed, that means you work for somebody. If you're self-employed, most times you're still the only one. It's your own business, but you're the only one involved in that. So people who are employed and self-employed, they're working for income. There isn't any leverage. There's no other individuals helping you to earn income. And if something happens to you or something happens to your job, then there goes your income. Well, what network marketing allows you to do, it allows you to get other people involved in your income earning process. All right, that's called leverage, other people's efforts. So just imagine you got involved in a network marketing business and you went out and you built a team of just 10 people. I'm not talking about the hundreds of people. I'm not even talking about 50 people. All right, I'm just talking about 10 people you got involved in your business, okay? That you said, hey, I have this great opportunity, and they decided to invest and get involved with you. Now, I'm gonna let you know something else. Everybody who get involved in the business will not continue to stay active. It just happens. I'm just gonna let you know. I've experienced it so many times. People are gonna get involved, they're gonna quit, they're gonna whatever, it doesn't matter. The goal is that you're involved and you continue to build. And I'm gonna relate this to something that a lot of people are already doing now. Okay. So you get involved, let's say out of those 10 people, 4 of them decide to build the business serious like yourself. Okay. Now, what happens is one of those 4 individuals goes out and does the same thing you did. Or, let's say one of the 4 goes out and gets 10 people, just like you did. Okay. Now, that's 10 people that you didn't know, 10 people that you probably will never meet, all right, unless there's an opportunity to do that like at a convention or something like that. But most times it probably never happened. But that effort of that first person has now paid you income, because when those individuals join the business with, let's say, person A, then you just earn income from A's efforts. A shared the opportunity with X amount of people and 10 people decided to get involved. You just got paid 10 times, all right? Not on your own efforts. Now, you might have helped A, because A's new, or somebody might have helped A, what have you, get these individuals in and explain or answer questions. But those individuals would not be in your business if it wasn't for A reaching out. A's efforts paid you 10 times, okay? That is leveraged income. That's other people's efforts. Now, let's say A had an A. Your A had A1 sauce. Okay, I'm just joking. Okay, now A1 went out and did the same exact thing. Now, you really don't know A1 or any of those people A1 know, and they went out and got 10 people. You just got paid 10 more times on someone else's efforts. And this process continues on, because whether A did 10 or A did 1 or B did 20 or C did 500, it doesn't matter. It's their efforts that pay you income. Now, let me relate this to a process that a lot of people are already doing now. On most people's jobs, they are the leverage. If you work for somebody, you're an employee, you are leverage for the owners. So the CEO and the owner of the company or whomever, you are the leverage. Now, most people have never met the CEO or never met the owners. You know why? Because they are out enjoying life. They're out in Dubai, driving the best cars, eating the best foods, traveling all over the place, going to the best golf course, wearing the best clothes, because they understood the power of other people's efforts. And the reason that you never meet them is because you're there. All right, you are there going to work every day, leveraging someone else's income. Okay, and guess what? People quit that job all the time. People retire all the time. People get fired all the time. And guess what? When that happens, what do? They just replace you with someone else. People die. All right, and if you died on the job, or not died on the job, but you worked someplace and you passed on, it happens. And they'll be sad, but within a couple of weeks, your position is posted. It's like, we're just gonna keep this thing moving because we gotta replace that part, okay? So I know it sounds crazy, but I know when you're from the inside looking out, because Most people aren't taught to look for, most people are taught to look for jobs. They're not taught to build networks. All right. My mentor, Robert Kiyosaki, says, rich and wealthy people look for and build networks while everyone else looks for work. So I'm going to say it again. The rich and the wealthy look for and build networks while everybody else looks for work. Network marketing allows you to build a network and earn income off of other people's efforts. Now, the great thing about that is that those individuals that come into the business, they are now the CEO of their very own pyramid income earning structure. All right. So what I'm gonna do real quick before we go on is pause for a sponsor break. Our goal is to one day have millions of listeners and hundreds of thousands of downloads, and we want other individuals to be able to benefit from these efforts. So we're just gonna pause for a sponsor break. All right, welcome back. So we're talking about the power of network marketing, and we're talking about O.P.E, other people's efforts. This is something that network marketing allows you to do, is benefit from other people's efforts. The only difference between that and corporate America is that you now give that individual an opportunity to be on the CEO of their very income earning structure. Okay, so O.P.E, leverage other people involved in your income. All right, so the next thing that network marketing allows you to do is get involved in something called O.P.M. O is in Oscar, P is in Paul, M is in Mary, and that stands for other people's money. All right, other people's money. So you get involved in network marketing, and someone decides to invest in that opportunity. That is their money. They decided to invest in the opportunity to get started. You didn't have to give them the money. It didn't have to come out of your pocket. You have to take out a loan. That is their money. Also, you're going to have customers in your business that purchase the product or service. That is their money that they decide to say, hey, I like that product. Hey, I like that service. I'm going to purchase either one time or most times monthly. That's where the residual income comes in, but that'll be a different talk, okay? So, but other people's money. And when that individual invests in your opportunity and decides to say join with you or somebody within your network, then you can use that money to help build your business. Maybe create flyers, maybe create your own website, maybe get you to you earn enough money to get to the next event. You use that money you use your commissions to pay for your very own monthly subscription to stay in the business. All right. So other people's money, and corporate America, big business does the same thing. Either they go to the bank and use somebody else's money, or they sell stocks. And stocks gives the individual who bought a piece of the company, but the company can now build the business debt free because they sold enough stock to build capital. So same thing, same exact thing. Other people's money, either individuals' money they invest to get started in the business, and you earn a piece of that, or money that the customers are spending for the product or the service. You can use those commissions to help build your business as well too. So the same thing that big business does, Amazon, Google, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, doesn't matter. You now have the opportunity to participate in that same process in network marketing. But it's not going to cost you millions of dollars to get started in that business. It's going to cost you a couple hundred, if at the most, $1,000 to start your own business and get all the business benefits through network marketing. And when I finally understood this concept, I said, oh my gosh, everybody should be in network marketing. It's just that a lot of individuals don't understand the power of that process because, again, most people are taught to look for work and not build networks. So when an opportunity comes their way, it doesn't look like opportunity. It looks like, oh, what they say. For a lot of people, opportunity comes in overalls, right? It looks like work, which it absolutely is. But the fact that you get involved, it's going to allow you to be part of a different process, a different mindset, a different outlook. I've seen so many individuals whose lives have been changed through network marketing, of becoming more confident in themselves. Just recently, there's a young lady in our business out in Missouri, in St. Louis, and she is so shy. She is so shy, but she has business all over the world: Australia, United States, United Kingdom. And at first when she first got started, all she did was like, "Hey, would you like to join my business?" And because the business was so great, they got involved, and she never wanted to speak in front of people. And I remember the first time we got on the call, and she got called upon to say something, and she's like, "I was not prepared." But now she is out there rolling. What happened? What's the difference? She's still the same person, yes, but being around the great individuals boosted her confidence. And hey, you can do it, and we want to see you succeed. And network marketing is the only industry I know where they want to pay you more money every year. Every year, the industry or whatever company you're in wants to see you make more money. Name me a job that wants to see you make more money. All right. I mean, seriously, I know there are some out there, but for most people, they don't want you. You start making too much money, they having conversations about you like, does such and such really need that much money? All right, or they find a way to get you out of there and replace you with somebody and pay them half the money to do the same work. Okay, but network marketing is an industry setup for you to for all that to change. And hey, how can we get more money into your pocket? How can we change your life more? And than what it is right now. And since 2002, the industry as a whole hasn't changed. I mean, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. I know I'm being biased because I've been doing it so long, but I've seen it happen. I mean, just individuals who get involved and they're learning and they learn and learn. After a while, then you start to see them take over their own business. It's amazing, and the lives they change, and the lives are changing. The debt they're able to pay off, and the more trips they're able to go on, and when someone's spouse is or partner is able to be retired, and the children go to different schools, and the cars change and the house change, and then they make money to go start their own foundations, or they make money to give away to something, or they're making the money to invest in other things like real estate or other businesses, and the lives just change all through network marketing. All right. So if you've ever been introduced to network marketing, somebody said, "Hey, I have an opportunity for you to make some more money." If someone's ever said that to you, call them back. Call them back and join the business. Join it. Join it and learn what to do. Get involved. I don't care what it is, and learn what to do. Okay. Now, I know for a lot of companies out there, they're great, but look for one that has great timing and a great product or service. Okay. Great timing means that not too many people know about it. All right. Once the network marketing company gets like between 3 and 5 years, that timing of making decent money kind of fades away, but still the industry gives you a lot. Okay, it gives you a lot. I mean, just the books I've been, it's incredible, man. I know you probably can't see my face on the. I know you probably can. I know you can't see my face on the podcast, but on the video on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you can see it. It's life changing. It is life changing when you know when somebody somewhere else does work and you get compensated from it. I would never. Oh my gosh, I would never forget the first time I got paid for somebody else's efforts. I remember I was at work, and I was working at Children's Services in Columbus, Ohio, and I was at work. I remember my team started to grow a little bit, and I logged into my back office. I said, "Let me just see what's going on." And back there was $25. It showed you override. It shows you the income you earn and then your overrides. Overrides is money you earn from the efforts of your team. And I looked and it said $25. I was like, "Oh, hey." I never get the young lady was sitting next to me. Said, "Why are you so excited?" I said, "I just made $25 and I didn't have to work for it." And she kind of looked at me like, "It's just $25. But it didn't matter. I didn't have to work for that $25. I mean, somebody else out there had to give a presentation to someone, and someone had to say yes, because this presentation it wasn't lengthy, but you had to really let individuals know why they needed this product or this service. And I still have the service to this day. I believe it's one of the best ones out there. I'm no longer involved in that opportunity, but I still have that service. I just recently used it. But you have to really give a presentation for someone to say, "Yeah, that makes a lot of sense." So that means somebody went somewhere, either sat down with somebody, because you had to do it in face to face. There was no YouTube, there was no any of that stuff. You had to go meet with somebody. That means somebody in my team had to go drive somewhere to meet with somebody in a coffee shop, or drive to their home, give the presentation, and that person had to sign up, give them their credit card. They had to write it on the application. The application had to be mailed in, all right? Or you can do it online, just depends. But most times mailed in, overnight, processed, and then paid out. All of this had to happen to make the $25 that I did not work for. I'm like, this is crazy. I was like, how many? So my thing was like, how many more people can I go help? Because that person, that person got the membership, they made $125. That means that they were like, yes, I made $125 on my own, but because I showed them the opportunity, showed them how to give the presentation, showed them what to do, helped them in that process, and then they learned it, and then they could do what I did, and I made $25. This was part-time. Part-time. I was working full-time and I was making money part-time without me having to be there. It was incredible. Incredible. And then when that happened, I said, oh, it's over. It is over. And by the time we ended with that company, I had almost 4,000 people in my network in over 30 states and 2 countries because we were also in Canada. I said, you got to be kidding me. All right. So network marketing. Network marketing. How great would it be to have 100 people helping you to make money? 10 people helping you to make money? 1,000 people helping you to make money? It's a great feeling. So that's today's episode. I know I got a little excited there because it's amazing. I just know what it does for people, and you can tell what it did for me. And so that's what I want to. We're going to do several series of this network marketing part. We're going to have other guests come on and give their stories and just really just talk about network marketing and business and everything with that. So, Model of the Valuenaire Vault, the power of network marketing, part 1, O.P.E and O.P.M, other people's efforts and other people's money. All right, so if you like this, you got value today, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. If you want to, you can sponsor us, 99 cents a month, $5 a month, doesn't matter. Our goal is to get this out to more people. You watch on YouTube, make sure you already subscribe to our channel. There's going to be all kind of links in the description area of the YouTube video, in the description area of this broadcast if you find this online somewhere. But all of this is going to be on our website. So each episode is going to be a blog post with all kind of value around the blog post that you can take advantage of to help get, change your life financially and get you to those areas in your life financially where you want to be. And it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. All right. So Marlon heard the Valuenaire Vault. This is episode 3, the power of network marketing, part 1, O.P.E and O.P.M. Listen, get involved in network marketing. Get involved in network marketing right now. I'm talking about right now. Just get involved in it and stay as long as you can, as long as you want to. But if you're really looking to change your life financially, I believe network marketing is probably the best way to go. It's not the best industry out there. It's just better. That's one thing my mentor, Eric Worre, says. He says it's just better. It is just better. All right. So, well, thank you for listening. More of the Valuenaire Vault, and we'll see you on the next episode.